Good morning. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Hillary invited me here to talk to you about some of the services that are available in Jackson County. I'm going to share my screen with you so that I can share a PowerPoint that I developed just so we can highlight some of the points that I know that you're going to want to see. Okay. As I mentioned, this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and because of that, you may hear a lot about Turning Point in the next few weeks, and you may hear a lot about domestic violence awareness. And so I want to be able to give you some definitions and explain some things that you might be learning about in school. To begin with, my name is Charlotte Moss. I'm a licensed clinical addictions counselor and also the Jackson County Community Services Director. And I work in Jackson County in prevention. And so one of the things that I do is I go out to the schools and I talk to a lot of students in health classes and explain to them what domestic violence is, how to find services, and just some different ways that we can look at having healthier relationships. And we also have an outreach office in Jackson County where we have 2 case managers that will actually work with victims of domestic violence. So we cover prevention and direct services in the county. So what is Turning Point and what services does the whole agency provide? We have a shelter for victims of domestic violence that's located in Bartholomew County. This shelter is available for anyone in our service area, however, so not having one in this location right here in Jackson County doesn't mean that you don't get those services. You definitely may want to go to the shelter if you need it. And that is designed for people in crisis situations that need to be out of the area that they are because of danger. Non-residential offices are located in Bartholomew, Brown, Jackson, Johnson, and Shelby. What does that mean? That means that we have a location in each one of those counties where if someone wants to come in and talk to us and just do some type of assessment to see what types of danger they may be involved in, and safety planning, help with protective orders, just help them find resources as they're struggling with a difficult time. So what is domestic violence? When we're talking about violence, you all know what violence looks like. You know, we talk about that in school, you see it on TV, you hear about it. The difference between domestic violence and violence is that domestic violence happens within families or people that you're intimate with or close relationships. That's the only difference. Violence is violence, no matter how you look at it. So when I talk about having healthy relationships, which I do a lot, I do a lot of talking about that. What relationships I'm talking about are any relationship you're involved in. A lot of times, 5th and 6th graders and 7th graders will even say, I'm not dating anybody, I'm not in a relationship, but we are. We have relationships with family members. So your first relationship starts with your mom and your dad, and your brothers and your sisters. Then as we get older, we have friends. Those are relationships too. We have social acquaintances that are people that we hang out at school with, or maybe are involved in sports with. They may not be our friends, but they're people that we are with quite a bit. We may attend churches. We may be involved in all kinds of activities, especially, you know, from the time you get into grade school until you graduate, all kinds of social clubs. And then later in life, you get a job. All of those things involve us knowing how to be in a relationship. So that is where I step in and try to help everyone that I work with understand what to look for in a healthy relationship. What does that actually mean? How do you know if it's healthy? Some things that you might find in healthy relationships is that you have the ability to trust one another, that when that person says they're going to do something, that you know that they're going to follow through with that. Equity, you're treated equal in the relationship. It's not like one person's in charge of everything and the other person has to do what the other one says. It's an equal display of power, so that you can think about your friends that you really like to hang out with, those people that enjoy doing some of the things that you like, and then sometimes you'll go do things that they like to do. Respecting one another. It's very important to recognize that we deserve to be treated with respect, especially by our friends and people that we're close to. And we need to feel safe in a relationship. We need to know that no one's going to hurt us within a relationship, whether that's emotionally or physically. Good communication skills goes a long way. These are all signs of healthy relationships. So if you think about the people in your life that make you feel this way, if this is your mom, your dad, grandparent, somebody at school, like a teacher or a counselor, a person that makes you have all of these characteristics in that relationship, that is the kind of relationships you want to strive for. That means that you're headed in the right direction. Now, unhealthy relationships, sometimes these are easier to spot. There may be some controlling behavior. One person wants to be in charge of everything. Kind of in school, one of the things that I think when you're younger, they refer to as bullying. That doesn't go away if that's the way that you interact with people when you're a child. Sometimes if you don't develop an awareness of that, you continue to do that all throughout your life. Any kind of physical abuse is going on in a relationship, whether it's pushing, shoving, pulling hair, later, it could be, or even when you're younger, it could be people hitting you, name calling, putting people down, trying to humiliate people, pressuring you to do things that you don't want to do, always trying to intimidate you and make you think that what you're doing is wrong and what they're doing is right. And just having unpredictability in that relationship and never knowing which way it's going to be. Are they going to like you today? Or are they going to be mad at you today? And I know you guys have probably heard or seen the movie Mean Girls. Those are unhealthy relationships. When people are striving to make your life uncomfortable, that's unhealthy. Those are the relationships that you want to not be involved in. So if you have a friend or a family member that's treating you with some of these behaviors, and you can talk to them about it and say, hey, I really don't like it when you call me names. That's the first step. And with some people, that's all it takes. They just need to be aware that, maybe they were teasing and it's like, that's not funny. I don't like that. I don't want that to continue. In healthy relationships, you can say something like that to someone and they understand and they get it and they'll stop and the behavior will change. So it's just important to know the difference so that you can be aware of how you want to be treated. But bottom line, everyone deserves to be treated with respect in all relationships. And I'm talking everyone. I'm saying that you need to have the opportunity to not just have healthy relationships and be treated with respect at school. You need that to happen at home, at school, in all your activities. And I know the world's not perfect and we're all not going to be always treated equally and respected in every situation. But for the most part, if that's how your life is, then you are engaged in healthy relationships. And if you're not, then that's where we can step in. I need a lot of students at the school, and we educate you there. We provide resources so that if you need us later, you can call us. Sometimes students give the information to their parents. We talk about that a little bit more in school. We're open during the week. The library will have information with our 800 number and any of the services that are provided in our office. We should have some brochures in the library, and you'll find some shoe cards in the bathrooms. So if you need to talk to one of the case managers, or if you want to talk to me about maybe coming to a youth group or school or something and talking with some of the students, we can make those arrangements. And I look forward to meeting you either at the library or in the schools. It may be on Zoom like we're doing right now, but we'll be available. So keep your ears open, keep your eyes open, and watch for any information that you can find out about domestic violence this month. Thank you very much.